y'all, it's me, CheesyPaninie. So my internet has been pretty terrible the past couple of weeks, and because of that, I couldn't do any collabs for quite some time. Uh, Wait, no, scratch that. That's not a cool enough reason. Hey y'all, it's me, CheesyPaninie. So people have been asking in Fury and Chaos videos about my whereabouts and when I'm gonna join my fellow builders. And I think it's about time I reveal my secret. I have decided to run my own business, a cheesy pizza business. I started my business by letting my hoplites, which we have decided to call hot wives because it's hotter, sell pizza door to door. But they seem to keep dying before they get paid. But the pizzas seem to be getting popular, so because of popular demand, I've decided to invest in my very own hot wife pizzeria. And today I'm gonna be building my very first branch, right here, right now. First off, I had to scout the area and see what space we would be working on. It's pretty nice and wide and I love it. However, for this pizzeria, I didn't want people to come in from anywhere they wanted to. I just wanted them to come in from a certain entrance, so I began closing off some holes and making new paths with minecart tracks where I want my customers to ride in to get there. Now, I wanted to find a way to make it easy for customers to find my pizzeria, and to do that, I decided to utilize gem sparks and its ability to illuminate and change waterfall colors. And at first I was planning to use red, orange, yellow, and green gem sparks for this, but later decided to get rid of the green one and just focus on the 3 other colors. I placed some glass blocks underneath the minecart track so that the water would follow the rails. As I did the pathways, I had this idea of making a display of a giant pepperoni pizza on top of the pizzeria. I used living wood for the crust, sandstone blocks and marble blocks for the pizza, and ruby gem spark blocks for the pepperoni. Since I didn't have all the paint available to me and the yellow paint just wasn't looking right on the blocks, I've decided to use some amber gem spark walls and topaz gem spark walls behind it to make that nice yellow and orange coloring for it. I actually experimented with adding some blue slime blocks on it for veggies, but realized later on that I should just let it stay purely pepperoni. Next to it, I wanted to make a really large sign that said Hot Wife Pizzeria, and I thought that smooth granite walls paired with topaz gem spark would look really amazing together for it. But I didn't want to use that combination only. For the word pizzeria, I've decided to spell it out with letter statues and place it in front of topaz gem spark walls. Since the letters of the pizzeria are a lot thinner than the letters for hot wife, it left me with more space than I anticipated. So I decided to decorate that space with a hoplite statue as its logo, then finished it off with a smooth sandstone outline. After I completed it though, I felt like it needed more pizzazz, so I decided to take some ruby and amber gem sparks and make it look like a fiery gradient. I made the pizza a little larger, then started working on the actual restaurant. Since hoplites spawn in marble biomes, I thought it was just fitting to add a little bit of marble in the build as a nod to that. I also added some more sandstone elements since that color blends very well with the overall pizzeria theme. I also placed some iron brick walls and lead fences and more smooth granite walls. Now the reason why I really wanted minecart tracks over here is because I wanted to make a drive-thru below it, but we'll get back to that part later. So the main layout I wanted for this pizzeria is to have a dining area inside and outside by a terrace, a kitchen, and a bathroom. For this side, I wanted a few tables with a hostess by a podium, a sofa for those waiting for a table, and a rack for guests. Over here would be the terrace with some more tables. And at the center will be a couple more tables with some stairs leading up to the kitchen. The reception area seemed a little bit barren, so I decided to put a board over here that will have a sign that has the menu items, but I'll get back to that later once I figure out what I want to write in it. Next, I wanted to add a bathroom, but there was no more room left, so I decided to extend the terrace and use this small bit of space for it. And I wanted to place an indicator for men's and ladies' bathrooms, and I didn't have any blue paint, so I placed a bat banner instead, which was already blue for men's, and painted the other one pink for ladies. Now that the main restaurant is done, I went back to my minecart tracks and continued carving out the paths. Because there's this part in the minecart tracks that lets you bounce to change direction, you kind of need to ride the tracks in a certain direction, so I decided to make a couple of signs that indicate where you enter and where you exit, and made it with the same colors as my hot wife sign. To make sure that they follow the direction of the entrance, I placed some arrows before you reach the restaurant. I didn't bother placing some by the exit, but still placed some waterfall-colored gem sparks. Later on, I decided to connect the entrance and the exit rails together so you could look through it. I also wanted to illuminate the place even more and place some red, orange, and yellow torches everywhere. I thought it made the place kind of interesting to look at and makes you wonder about where these torches could lead to. Okay, now that we have all our paths set up, it's time to work on the actual drive-thru. For the drive-thru, I wanted 3 different windows which I would label with order here, pay here, and take food. I continued on with the theme of red, orange, and yellow over here as well. I wanted each window to be a little different from each other, so for the first window, I wanted to have some kind of mic where you can talk and say your order, and I did this by placing gem sparks at the sides and placing an open trap door in the middle, painted with black paint. For the second one, I wanted something that would look like a cash register and a half-open window, so I used sandstone workbench and painted the offline gem spark wall with black. As for the third window, I made it fully open, painting the offline gem spark wall black and placed brown painted skyware chest filled with pizza because it kind of looks a bit like a paper bag that way. And of course, let's not forget the menu. Pepperoni Paradise, Meat Munchers Pizza, Barbecue Blue Jay, and Demon Spawn Pineapple. FYI, pineapple on pizza is the best, you can't change my mind. I also added some more space around the pizza and placed orange torches around it so the colors look a little nicer. As for these empty spaces, I placed some paintings and painted some of them randomly so it would look like promotional posters, and a banner with our 3 colors. Now for the final tour. Let's try this drive-thru out. I hope you guys enjoyed this build and video as much as I enjoyed making it. I'm really happy that Fury requested I make this build, and I think it's one of the most fun builds I ever made. If you haven't checked out the series that this build is referencing, I've left links down in the description for Fury, Chaos, and Blue Jay's videos on the playthrough. Also, since I'm in the topic of hot wife, why don't you go and check out Chaos's merch? It has a hot wife sticker on it and a hot wife mug, along with all these interesting merch that I made. So yeah, please check it out. Maybe you'd find something you'd like. Before this video ends, I would love to thank my lovely patrons, Sean Gizianowski, Kyle, and my newest patron, Raul Rook. Thank you so much for your continued support. It warms my heart so much and it really encourages me to keep going. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment what kind of build or video you'd like to see next. Share to your friends and subscribe if you haven't yet. As always, I'm deeply grateful for every one of you who's followed me and watched my videos. So for now, I'm just gonna go do my thing and you guys do your thing, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, stay cheesy.